Though my heart and flesh may fail, there's an anchor for my soul. I can say it is well. Jesus has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. He is risen from the dead, and I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God, fall on my knees and rise. I will rise. There's a day that's drawing near, when this darkness breaks to light and the shadows disappear, and my faith shall be my eyes. Jesus has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. He is risen from the dead, and I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God, fall on and rise. I will rise. And I hear the voice of many angels sing, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the cry of every longing heart, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the voice of many angels sing, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the cry of every longing heart, you are worthy, worthy is the I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God, fall on my knees and rise. I will rise. I will
There's a song that I wrote just this last week, Monday morning, over the last several days and nights. I've been waking up in the middle of the night, just worrying about things, and some of them aren't even real. But I think the enemy loves to distract us. And if you get a little sick, he'll make you think, well, you better go check this out. You probably got cancer. It's going to end your life. Or he'll have you worrying about your family, that it's going to end. And he'll have you worrying about your job, and it's going to end. But he just loves to weigh you down so you can't do what you were destined to do. And so in the middle of the night, I just kept singing these words, peace of God, cover me. And so today, this is just a brand new chorus, and I want you to feel free to try to sing it with us. Peace of God, cover me, cover me, cover me. Peace of God, cover me through the storm. Cover me. Pretty simple. Try to sing it with me. Peace of God. Peace of God. Cover me. Cover me. Oh Lord. Cover me. Peace of God. Cover me. Through the storm. Through the storm, cover me. One more time, sing peace of God. Peace of God, cover me. In Jesus' name, cover me. Anybody need peace in your life? Cover me. Peace of God, oh Lord. Peace of God. Cover me through the storm. Through the storm. Oh Lord, cover me. Only in you. Oh yes. Only in you I am safe. Only in you I'm secure. Only in you I'm secure. Only in you I find peace. Only in you I find peace. So cover me, cover me. Only in you, Lord. Only in you I am saved today. Oh yes I am. Only in you I'm secure. Oh, thank you, Lord. Only in you I find peace. So cover me, Lord. Cover me when I am hurting. Cover me when I'm not strong. Cover me when I am going through the storm. Yeah. Cover me when all seems hopeless. Cover me when my faith is gone. Oh, let the peace that passes all I understand. Oh, cover me. Cover me. Oh, cover me when I am hurting. Cover me when I'm not strong. Cover me when I am going through the storm. Cover me when it all seems hopeless. Cover me when my faith is gone. Let the peace that passes all I understand. Cover me. Oh yeah, cover me. Sing it down. Peace of God, cover me. Can we stand and sing it? Cover me. Thank you, Lord. Cover me. Peace of God. Why don't you just pull it up over you like a blanket today? Oh, yes. Cover my mind, Lord. Cover my children, Lord. Oh yeah. Cover me. Only in you, Lord. Only in you I am safe. Only in you I'm secure. Only in you I'm secure. Only in you I find peace. Only. There's a song that peace of God. Why don't you just pull it up over you like a blanket today? Oh, yes. Cover my mind, Lord. Cover my children, Lord. Oh, yeah. Cover me. Only in you, Lord. Only in you I am safe. Only in you I'm secure. Only in you only in you I find peace. Only in you I find peace. So cover me. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me when I am hurting. Cover me when I'm not strong. Cover me when I am going through the storm. Cover me when all seems hopeless. Cover me when my faith is gone. Let the peace that passes all I understand. Cover me, oh Lord. Oh, cover me. Let the peace just peace cover our families, cover our minds, Lord. Oh, yes, cover our business, Lord. Oh, cover our marriages, Lord. Let your peace be in our homes. Let your peace be in our rest at nighttime. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Don't know how, but you did it. Made a way. Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith, you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You got this figured out, and you're watching us now. And when it looks as if we can't win, wrap us in your arms and step in. And everything we need you to supply. You got this in control, and now we know that you made a way when our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. Lord, you made a way, and we're standing We're gonna do this song. It's called You Waited. You came out of your way. You sat down to speak to me. What amazing grace that you've shown, so patiently, and you waited for me, just for me. Oh, you called out my name, knew my past, covered my shame. This amazing grace you've shown, so patiently. You've shown so patiently, and you waited for me, just for me. You waited, come on. Oh, you waited for me, just for me. Oh. Where would I be if you left me, God? Where would I be? Lift it up now. If you left me, I don't wanna know. Where would I be? I don't wanna know. If you left me, I will never know. Where would I be? But you where would I be? I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. Where would I be? Where would I be if you walked out on me? Where would I be? Where would I be if you walked out? Where would I be? Where would I be? Where would I be? Where would I be? We gotta move. so patiently. And you wait for.
to an episode of Heart to Hand. Tonight is a very special night, and of course, we are continuing to join in solidarity with the friends and family of Nathan Victor, and we are going to continue remembering his life and the legacy that he will leave behind. So tonight we have decided to dedicate this episode to him and to just discuss with those closest to him about how much he meant to them and what impact that he had in their lives. So we are so thankful that you decided to join us tonight. It's the first episode of this program, and just to give you an idea of what it's about, it's for us to have real heart-to-heart conversations with everyone here listening. So tonight I'm going to turn over and introduce some of the guests that we have with us right now. So we will start with, who we're starting with? All right.
Hi, everybody. My name is Onicia Bruno. Good night. I'm Raquel Chunki. Good night. My name is Rihanna Josie.
Okay, so good night, ladies and gentlemen, and good night to our listeners and everyone else that might be tuning in or joining us on this program. Now, of course, you all are here because you were close to Nathan Victor in one way or the other. So let's start by just introducing what relation or what connection that we had with Nathan, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, so good night again. So I am Nathan's god sister. You, my name is God of my god brother. Everybody knows he was my sibling. He was also my neighbor. We lived in the same area, and I also taught him, and he was in my homeroom class. So a lot of things together. Good night again. Nathan was my cousin. He was very lovely and he was sick. Always had a kicks. And we can't forget the cupcake. Anything on the birthday. Nathan is love. Let me tell you, love pumpkin. Yeah. Was it that basketball? That we just always pumpkin.
I started off as my classmate, and then introduced to my brother, and my brother was one of the steps. After that, I just name my son kids.
Nathan was my cousin. We used to live together as my cousin, my older brother. And it was like best friends, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, we have another friend of Nathan here, Chrissy Piper. She's a little camera shy. I don't know why, but yes, she's here with us. And they were always together, always.
All right, and of course, the listening public will know that I went to school with Nathan as well. Nathan was in my homerooms from first to third form, and of course, we graduated together in 2020. And to be honest, he was one of the most. I mean, I feel like in this room we said it would reel a lot, but it's true. He was one of the most realest guys that you meet. If he would say something, you know it came from his heart, and he was really a down-to-earth guy that we all loved in one way. I mean, even if sometimes we wanted Nathan to probably leave us alone, if he'd give us a very straightforward answer, I think we'd all enjoy his company, and we definitely would all miss him for that reason there. So, Chrissy, would you like to say any words for our public? Not really. Okay, guys. Okay, so moving along with our program tonight, we're going to have some, we're going to have certain things we are going to do. So, of course, you are free to join this program by calling in on WhatsApp. So the number is 767-277-7980. You can call in on WhatsApp and you can give your tribute or your memory of Nathan Victor there. Anything else that you'd like to say? Of course, our Zoom link is live. So if you'd like to make a contribution there, that is, information is circulated around and will be displayed on the screen momentarily. And throughout the stream, we'll be sending out a link where you can donate, and the donations and proceeds from tonight will of course be going to Nathan's family to help them, of course, in their mourning. Because as you can imagine, there are so many things that can be, well, so many things that we have to do when people die, and of course, even if you might not be able to hold their hand and squeeze them, I'm sure that will go a long way, and they would appreciate the love that you can show them throughout your giving. Okay. So right now we're just going to take a very short commercial break, and we shall be back very soon.
I want phones to talk to my baby, to my brother. I want Apple, I want Samsung phones to talk to my baby and my father.
Let's smoke it for all your phone. It's priced better than folks or season enterprises. It's the place you can get it. Get one for day, for her birthday, or we're in deal there, in the city, baby. Yeah man, big up our season enterprises. Call them telephone number 767-277-0135 and make sure you get your phones them.
Good evening again, everyone, and welcome back to our program. course, if you were following with us, you would see that this week we did several things to remember him. On Wednesday, we had a special service for him at the St. Gerald's Hall, and that was officiated by the St. Mary's Academy. And then also we had on Thursday night the memorial for him that's planned by his family at the Massac Indoor Facility. And last night we had the special basketball game in his honor. Of course, if you were following up with that, you noticed that we have to actually move the venue from the SMA grounds to the indoor facility. But however, it was a very good game, a very well contested game, and of course the new boys won 46-41, and we did play full quarters in the basketball game. But going back on to tonight, which will be the last thing before we will lay him to rest eventually next week, we have, of course, in our audience several friends and family members of the deceased Nathan Victor, and we're going to go back to them and we want to ask them, okay, you see all of them laughing and happy and smiling. Alright, what was the one thing that you think, the one memory that you had with Nathan that you sure will stay with you for forever?
One memory, I can't even really think of like one thing, but I feel like the most recent, I would say, memory was when I called him when I was in school on the 28th of January. I was stuck because of some situation that was going on. I was just calling him and crying. He took time off his work, to listen to my sad story. Woman always have story. Took some time off to listen to my sad story, and I was like, they can't become a good person. And he was like, no, what is it? I'm not a good person. I'm a great person. And I will agree. And he was a great person. And I mean, all the memories of the person on 24 Oak Street were just phenomenal. Yes, I would say that.
Well, for me, have many memories. We have like a lot. So let me just say one. I remember the other day, someone came at my room, right? And I needed help with an account. So he was like, can I remember that? And I was like, yes, and help me at this. Okay, so he took it book and he started explaining to me. And he was like, you really need to stop overthinking. Like, it's not that serious. And then he helped me as always. But yes, and I really appreciate moments, but it wasn't as many as I possibly would have, but it was good enough. And I appreciate how it was. Wow.
Okay, one memory is things that we finally do so I guess
If you remember that well in detail, we better.
Maria was talking about. So let me tell you with friends are acting and so they didn't have a right home, you know, and they finally agree with it. Sorry. They finally agree with the guy that he is, married the dog, as you can see. They checked like he got like mileage. So now the thing was like he was supposed to go to the next salon, but no, we checked him like we like that and he wanted to come. You check? So all of us go, me, Lex, Rihanna, Zaya, the girl, Squeezy, man, Squeezy the real life, but we like it. So now we go up there. And now in going up there, we tell him the day father, oh, like, oh, girl, we have 1 day curls and 1 day twists and 1 day turns. You check? That's not what we told him. We told him that. But if I doesn't listen to anybody but himself, right? Are you tripping? Are you tripping? Okay. Right, never tripping. So then, we reach, where's that place? Where we have reached? We were talking about oh, okay. I remember after one, they can give your favorite memory. That is my favorite memory. I remember after one exam, we stick 2 more times off and we stick in Granby. Okay? And we have to take a bus home and after 5 in the morning. They working and everything. That's my favorite memory. Because we were together. All of us.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like the whole point of this show is to be personal, and I think we had a good start so far. So, to be honest, if I have to go, I feel bad that I'd say I don't really have many, what they call inherent memories of Nathan, because you know how we are as kids. Sometimes we get caught up with our friends and everything, and even though you maybe not have any beef with somebody, even if you're not rolling with them at times. But I would say that the interactions that I did have with Nathan, whether it be at school, whether it be seeing him, you know, these were moments that, you know, people leave impacts with you, like a little, whether like they say chocolate raindrops they throw at you. You tend to remember them for that, the way that you would relate to them. And that's what I think many of us can take forward, even though we might not be able to say, well, we remember the day when we were stuck somewhere, or while Rihanna tried to sell government secrets. That's another story by itself. But although that is the case, we can all admit that Nathan did leave some impact in our lives, whether through what he did or through the interaction that we had with him. And there are so many lives that he's touched, so many things that he was involved in, and we definitely need to give thanks to God that Nathan was raised that way, you know? And Nathan was the boy that he was, and he has such a good support system with these young men and women in his life, you know? Because I think we can all admit that so many of our young people, we can call them V-neck at times, but I don't think anybody in this room or anybody on the live has any right to refer to Nathan in that way. And I think all of us would be ready to jump on you if you ever say that about him. So we all need to value people and tell them exactly how we feel about them before they die, you know. And even if we might not spend time with them, I mean, they're not somebody that's your enemy, so, you know, not somebody that's your enemy, so of course, take the time to talk to them, take the time to know them, you know. And sometimes the high and the hello can go a long way because it shows that you're thinking about people, right? And this is what we're trying to incorporate here, that this is a young man whose life has gone away. Many of us did not know about him till Saturday, unfortunately, and there's so many stories, so many things we can talk about what he did, and his life is so short, so we are the ones that have to keep the memory going and keep his thoughts in our hearts, in our memory, of course. And this is a good start for this as well. So going back to you all, right? Obviously Nathan was more than just family. Nathan was, well, can you have anything more than just family? I don't want to say that Nathan was an integral part of your lives, but I mean that is true. So in your own ways, and I'm trying not to sell any secrets out again, but in your own ways, what do you think was the aspect of Nathan that you want people to know about that left the biggest impact on you as a person, not just the memory, but what was it about Nathan that you remember Nathan for that you think no one else you have met would actually replace that?
Well, to me, I would say two things. Is honesty. That's number one. Nathan was a very honest person, a very, as we say, real individual. Was not fake. Would tell it to you as it was. That's one thing that I really admired about him. Another thing is that I liked was his way of just interacting with various groups of people. Like Nathan had all types and classes of friends. So I like his ability to integrate, as I was saying, into many different groups and personalities, etc. That is something like I wish a lot of people would take. And he was not a jealous person, so I feel like in this day and age, a lot of people have jealousy, and jealousy cannot take us anywhere good in life. So that's the thing I would like the listeners, his friends and family to carry on with us. Like, let us have a good heart. And also, he was a young man that used to serve the Lord. He used to go to church. He was baptized. The other time he even spoke in tongues. I haven't even done that yet. So that's the thing I wish, all of us young people would take serious or walk with the Lord.
But for me, I find Nathan was very humble. You just want something that's such even if you didn't know him, you just want something. I also felt that he put everybody before himself, so he will help you first before he say he can help himself. Yes.
A lot of people say about Nathan is that he was a very caring person. Like he would do things he's not even supposed to be doing for you to better you, And there's another thing is that he was a very, he bring life to any situation. And
One thing I was concerned about Nathan was his loving and caring personality. The fact that he would always be there for you, like for my graduation, like how he messaged me, Rihanna, what day is your graduation and what time? And I didn't even expect to see him, and then he did the day of graduation, and I just see him. And he was a person who like always be there for you, no matter what. If you have something, if I have a party, he will be there. If I have my graduation, he was there. He was just that type of person that was always there for you. And yeah.
Yeah, so we asked, somebody said, audio a little low, but that is all these character traits traits that we wish, as a lot of young people emulate. As, we have seen, like how many different people of us, I'm not even going to lie, I probably got over 700 messages plus other through people. So he was a young man that really made an impact on a lot of people that he interacted with. So I would like that to be something that we carry on across with us, something I wish a lot of us can emulate. Be genuine people. Please guys, let us not carry on hating our hearts and I'm not saying to let people toy with you, but in life you have to forgive and forget because you just never know what you will regret if you don't forgive and forget.
Yeah, and of course, those are such good words of wisdom to forgive and forget. Because, and like they say, if you don't forgive and forget, you tend to have regrets. Because, one, that you don't forgive someone, that person probably going about their life and they don't worry about you anymore. And they're having all the ideas, and so many times we see how people hold those things in their heart, and it makes them, ruins their lives. And then, of course, if that person dies, then you always wonder if you could be the one that could have extended that olive branch. So life is so short, and life is so feeble. I mean, because we see a number of young people dying every day, and it's alarming, right? Dying in accidents, some of them dying through natural causes, all these diseases that are around now. Some of them dying through, their own hands. It's so sad to see that life is being robbed so fast. And I mean, I don't want to get too churchy in here, but what was said is real, that there is a real devil who's trying to take their souls, and the young people are the blood of the world. And if we get rid of them now, if they are gone, then who will continue to build forward? Because we see that the young people have all these ideas, and too many times, I mean, we can imagine, because as a teacher, Oni is a teacher. I mean, Leps was in school like a couple months ago. Ricky was in school.
I thought Jaden.
Yeah, he taught Jaden. Rihanna just left school. Well, in school, half school. But, you tend to see that so many times we have people, he's like the young people and this generation are like always at enmity with each other, right? Because the young people feel like people not listening to them. And then the others really, while they want the best for them, sometimes we feel as if there's a war going on that should not be there, right? Like, even down to basic parent-child relationship, sometimes we don't listen to our parents well. And, it's so funny knowing that it's the young people that tend to be dying at such a faster rate than older people. You see older people, some people living 90, 100. And then nowadays you're hearing people dying in their 20s and their 30s. Some of them not even making it past 10 years old. And you just tend to wonder, what really the world is getting into, because it's such a dangerous place out there. And even the best of us, sometimes we don't even get past there, because there are people who want evil for us. But although Nathan has departed prematurely from this earth, we can definitely say that his spirit will continue to live on in the hearts and the minds of those that he was close to, and even those that only began knowing him, because it's always nice to see that someone was a shining light in the world, right? Some people live 60, 70, and when you go to the funeral, you hear nothing special about them. No offense to those that are deceased, but you literally hear, oh, that was another person, they did this, they did that. But what really gets you to that person, right? Who's going to be that Nathan, or who's going to strive to reach places that he could? You'll see the link. You'll see the link on Streamlabs. There you will be taken to a donation page. That page is a secure site, of course. It's to donate on PayPal, and all the money there will be donated to his family. So please feel free to go on to that web link rolling at the bottom of your screen to donate some amount. Please note that the amounts are in US dollars. So if you want to donate a certain amount, please ensure that you do not put 500 US dollars, but you donate 500 EC dollars, please. Of course, we're opening the lines right now, so you can call in WhatsApp at 277-7980. You can send your WhatsApp message there as well. You can also send your pictures or your videos. So during our breaks, we will be showing the pictures and videos of Nathan on the program, so you can send them in. The email address is, let me just give you the correct email address. The correct email address is thereal.dj.mfx@gmail.com. So that is thereal.dj.mfx@gmail.com. And of course, you will also see the Zoom meeting ID and password if you'd want to join via Zoom and give your contribution there. Of course, you will be heard, so everyone can hear you right now. We apologize for the audio right now. There's a little echo going on in the building, so that's not really helping with the audio bouncing on and forward. However, we had to make do what we could on such short notice, and we shall continue. So we'll take another short break, And then when we're back, we'll come with some more on the discussion of Nathan and Victor. So stay tuned.
I want funds to talk to my baby, to my brother. I want Apple, I want Samsung. Funds to talk to my baby and my father.
Let's smoke it for all your phone. It's priced better than folks. All season enterprises. It's if they say you can get it. Get one for free day, for her birthday, or we're in deal day.
in the city, baby. Yeah, man, big up our Citizen Enterprises. Call them telephone number 767-277-0135. And make sure you get your phones them.
My song them a creep up. Young go get there, forget a youth hero. Me I start from zero. Go to zero.
Wicked, yo, Jungle.
Been a dream about this. 4 series, parkside, a 3-story. On the balcony, living like a real tourist. I reminisce on the days me never mean no dish. Now if you see me youth, I smile and how I feel about it. Real glory. Nothing to see me, man, we do it so quick.
Guys,
Go round
so
the
we
tree
are
already,
back
now them want to be round me. About the place, I start the whip and them speed up. For them keep up, me I go hard on my song, them
And
a
of course, remember you can call in at 277-7980 to make your contributions to our ongoing discussion. And of course, you can submit your videos, your photos, whatever you want to submit of Nathan or to say to our listening parents, right? Alright, so moving along for our guest inside the studio. What was the funniest memory that you have of Nathan, right? What is? I mean, we all know Nathan was a very humorous guy. Nathan was the life of the party, right? He was really the life of the party. So, what is the thing we'll remember Nathan for? I mean, let's forget the catchphrase for we don't know what Nathan used to say. What was the funniest moment?
Honestly, at a time we were doing interviews on the porch, and those videos just funny, like really funny. Like they asked that one, what is something you have to break before you can use it? She said a heart. Honestly, I saw the funniest memories because it was, it was just real and genuine. Another funny memory was sometimes Nathan used to skylark before he goes to school. And if only just then he resides himself. Every time Nathan would ask me, making noise, Nathan, get up ready to go to school, Until the other time Nathan tell me, his mother was vexed when she just really tell me, just go to school. So that was really funny to me because, I mean, Nathan, you live in close. At least reach school on time, not late. So that was just funny to me.
It's another time when we was like very small, like around 8, 10, around that. And Karim, Miriam, and Nathan was playing on the sidewalk. So we decided to go on each other's neck and play war game. I don't really know the name, but we just played. Okay, so we were fighting on each other's neck. And then we was very good and players. Okay. So then we decided to race. So Rihanna, as you know, is very happy. So she was on Nathan. So we raced it. Nathan and Rihanna just follow. On the sidewalk. Why? Nathan and bleeding and Rihanna. So she bruised her knee. Why? That day, I can never forget that. Never.
One of my funniest memories with Nathan was when school had started online. He used to take me out in the class and he tell me come and play PUBG. And I still went and play PUBG with him. And then next day he asked me what happened in class. Like I was so in class and we played PUBG together. Yes.
My funniest memory. I feel like every time I was using phone, every time me and Nathan was in a room together, I don't feel we were ever serious. Or if we never stayed inside our home, it was just became a was verbal, so it was two of us, and then he fought long and he wanted to do this without being like was there, and I didn't even want to race him because it as a funny memory. Okay, one of my funniest memories of Nathan, I'm not gonna say it right now, but I was really one of my second funniest memories. Because majority of the time, like every single time I play family, there's always something funny. It's never like ever serious. Because both of us like to take kicks, both of us like to laugh. I love to laugh. He loves to laugh. All of us love to laugh. But we love to laugh, right? So we were in college, and then like everybody was like outside lower campus, and that was actually weird, you know. Anyway, everybody was like outside, and then me and Nathan and I went inside the auditorium, and it was very, it had like all the walls. Like if you see go inside there for too long, it's like you feel like you can't breathe. So you go inside there with like a whole mask, and then we were pretending like as if we were having a concert. Then I know what there, and all the chairs was covered. It was very dirty and unsanitary. It was like, you know, and then like after I sing, he'd be like, ooh, pretend like as if you're the crowd, and you know, stand ovation, and then he'd go. Yeah, that's not my favorite.
All right, so, well, what I can remember though is Nathan. I remember one of the memories I have is I don't know if the episode, I don't remember the episode was there, but our geo class when we had gone down to Indian River, right? And we were on the boats going on, and I know that Nathan was around with us, and if you see how many boys right are on those boats were creaking mad, like, because we were wondering, okay, when is one of them going to go down? Because you have like 10 boys, all about over 150 pounds on that boat, and you're wondering how they're going to survive. Nathan there pull up at the back with his turban on his tied on his head, and the man calm as can be, you know. He just waiting there, waiting for the man to move the boat, saying nothing, while everybody else heading there. And I wondering, I boat by the man, I say, what wrong with Mr. Man? Because everybody there saying, Papa, Nathan there. Oh, you Nathan good at swim now? That's the other thing, you know. Oh, so we there laughing, saying, but what wrong with Mr. Everybody else thinking, okay, about go and go down. And the man already telling us how deep the river is. We say, hey, bear, let's say our prayers. And if they're taking that kicks there. So when we survive the river, if you know where Indian River is, you know, there's a bush back close by. And I'm not call the names, but there were certain people that were taking their drinks at the bush by there. And Nathan literally just there watching this man, you know. And I don't know how, because it was a school trip, but some of the man ended up getting drunk, and you can obviously see people's maturity in times like this. And Nathan stood by one of his certain friends and ensured that he was, you know, in one piece, that he didn't go wandering around. So you can see people's maturity in times like this, and I won't forget that boat ride for various reasons, but definitely Nathan there, and you know, standing by Nathan at graduation. I mean, you could see how proud Nathan was, you know, to actually graduate from school, because we all know that Nathan was a hard worker, right? Nathan had his challenges like all of us. He had more challenges than most people would know about, but we know that he put his best foot forward. He always tried. He didn't just do for himself, but he tried to be strong for the others that looked up to him. And, you know, no matter what he was doing, he tried putting his best forward. And I could see how proud they were of him, and how he was proud of what he accomplished at the graduation and continuing through college, you know. to see him just continue to grow up, and not just in school but out of school as well, in his basketball, in his faith, So it pays to say that you can be a well-rounded young person, without necessarily getting with the wrong crowd or getting in the wrong things. You can have a very balanced life, a life full of fun, a life full of success, a life stayed with God. So you don't have to, many people call you one of the boring ones. You don't really have to listen to them, let them just talk their talk. Because we all know Nathan was anything but boring there. We all know that Nathan was the one person, I think, if you would offer him a chance to jump from this guy, he'd probably jump from this guy first. So we can all remember that of him. Now to our listeners here, of course we can see your comments. So if you'd like to ask any questions to our audience in the room, you can go ahead and type your question in. Just make sure it's appropriate enough, okay? And
Somebody asked me a question on my WhatsApp, and the person asked, like the female, they asked, like, about our mental health. That's what they asked, right? As we are, going through this very devastating situation. And for myself, honestly, I can say that I am not handling it well. I am just leaning on God, because I lean on God with my own understanding, because in my mind I cannot comprehend what is happening, so I'm leaning on God. And the person, well, people ask that question, well, how are you feeling mentally?
Well, for me, I'm feeling okay, I believe. I believe God know why he did what he did. And who am I to judge? It's just to be strong for his siblings, his family, his friends, and I advise that everybody just try to be strong and try to get through this if we can. Yes.
I'm feeling safe as always here. I'm just hoping okay. And try my best, always trying for my brother. And
I wouldn't say I'm handling it well. I just like living on the fact that he's in a better place, and he doing okay, because if I know Nathan, he would tell us shake up ourselves and like relax and not that serious. But the real reason I feeling like I'm okay is like since he died, I feeling like the friend group overall get closer, and it's like
for sure.
we lean on each other, and like the Monday after he died, all of us come together and like we're just talking about him and talking about memories. Like even as well, each of us like helping each other, checking up on each other every morning, and asking us if we're sleeping properly and then things there. It's like I don't feel like I'm doing okay, but because of that, I feel like I'm doing better. Because I know it's not gonna be easy, but with time, it will get better. So yeah. Well, me personally, I'm not happy with it well at all. I'm a very emotional person, and before whatever happened, I was already dealing with like a lot of stuff, like regarding like personal issues with family and my mom and all that stuff, and then when it happened, it was just feeling like like a lot of stuff just fall on and whatnot. And if you know me, I did not take that well. I was actually very upset, and very emotional and all that stuff. But being around my close friends and family and understand when you feel like them talking to me and seeing like I'm okay and seeing if they're okay and everything, it put me like in a better state of mind. So like, until now, checking on me every day and whatnot. Yeah, so but I was not okay. I'm still not okay, but I am living
It's okay, guys, it's okay. You know the one good thing, well, two good things about Alice, what happened after, because if we talk about what happens, I don't think anything good about that, but at least what happened, as Rihanna said, is that it brought everyone closer together, because as I mentioned, sometimes we're so much in our own holes, right? We'll talk to people and we'll, talk to them, but things like that tend to bring us closer, and we never know what will happen, because we know someone and then we get to see them and we get to help them in their time of grief, and it's just through moments like that, that you see people, you value people that much, you value each other, and that's what makes it neater. So it's almost like after someone dies, that I guess the ties that you had to that person, you use it to strengthen the ties you have with someone else, and so on and so forth. And then of course the hope that we have that we'll see Nathan again, that's the other thing too, right? Because if we just believe, well, that was it, then I think all of us would probably not be here. All of us probably be crying our hearts out. But knowing that he's in a better place and knowing that we'll see him, that's what gives us comfort at the end of the day and allows us to go, of course, and be able to sleep well. So the memories that we have with him for sure will help us get through there, and of course give us hope for us to continue going on in that way. So yeah, so right now we're going to just take a look at some of the videos that you all have submitted. So the audience, you can take a look at that on your screens, on your devices. So give us 1 second and we'll be with that.
For my baby, bitch, we ballin' at that sports play. For my baby, bitch, we ballin' at that sports play. I love you, I love you. Whoa, I feel it all in my stomach.
Okay, so Rihanna just sent that video for us. So Rihanna, tell us a little about what that was about.
Okay, that video was after Posse opening. All of us was coming on together, and then we stopped in a place. I don't really know the place, no? But we stopped there and we pool space. We stopped there and was playing pool, and none of us allowed to play pool. So we were very happy. And then we were playing Zouk music. So we just said dancing to it. Yeah, that video about.
Alright. So you really don't know how to play pool? Okay. Okay, we got a comment from Honest Commentator. He said, Nathan was my friend. He's in the grave. His soul as in breath is returned to the one who gave it to him, and his body, which will soon decay, is on earth. Okay, so we thank you for your remarks. We thank you for your sympathy. And let's look at some other videos. We got one from Shadell. So let me see if I can share that on my screen. So many videos. Share.
Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with.
Okay, I think we had a little issue with the video, so let's see if we can bring it back. I think it's still stuck on the last video.
Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Yeah. Nobody you never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never diss nobody, never kill nobody. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody, never see nobody with. Where do angels go when they die? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, yeah. You never diss nobody, never kill nobody.
One has to be broken before you can use it.
My heart.
I don't think so. Oh, so you can save it.
I cannot take it. Come on, my father is here. It's making me my heart.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Okay guys, so we were looking at a few videos. There are little glitches of the videos because of the sizes, but I guess you all could see many of them. So the last one though, the Odyssey and Ricky, what was going on that day? You had played before. Right, I can play it again if you want to see.
We was born on the 4th after and after school. And we Googled like reviews, yes, on my phone, and then I started recording because I was recording. And then we give it a good so that answer. You wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, you have a longer video, but that was just like the best part of the entire video. They asked me to say, you okay, you fine? Because it's like, you know, my hat, what you have to break before you can eat it, my hat. And another very nice memory we have, I'm not sure if I have any videos of it right now, was when Rihanna, Killer Nathan, and myself went to Lie by Boyd Street. That was a nice day. Like I swear, like Boyd could have paid us to advertise for him because I felt after that visit, like all our friends went there after because we really marketed. Yeah, we really marketed for Boyd. I will say that.
One has to be broken before you can use it.
My heart.
I don't think so.
You know, moments like this, because I remember all the time seeing you all in the square, you're full of square, cross street, and there's always the rawest moments that where someone just be doing something crazy, and everybody just like, hey, we just go with the flow. And Nathan was always there, you know, if you didn't see him at college, if you didn't see him on the court, if you didn't see him in church, if you didn't see him at home, you had to know that that's where he had to be. That's most likely where he was. And he was there with his family, he was there with his friends, you know. These were the moments, of course, that... I mean, like, many of the moments you'd find Nathan in his element would be at that place, to be honest. The same way I'd find many for the element, but anyway, that's another story for another time. But, yeah, so we can honestly look at Nathan and feel, you know, impressed about it. So anyone that'd like to contribute to the discussion, of course, please call in. If you are ready to donate, you can donate, and of course, even if you're not going to share the link with your friends, so of course, if they would want to, if they're interested, then you know, of course, they can go ahead and look into that. Moving on though, I do have an important question for you guys. In terms of Nathan, right? And I know this one might hit a bit, but do you remember what is the last, well, I think one gave it already, but what is the last memory or the last conversation that you had with him? And what reaction did you feel, apart from basically from the grief that you have felt? But how did it break the news to not only hear that he had passed, but also in the manner that he did? Like, what did it do? Because I know that we all hear that some time has passed and it's helped a little bit. But how did we feel if we take it back a week ago? And I know it might take some time, so I'll give you all some time to just, you know, compose yourselves before that.
Honestly, accident, I was like, okay, small accident. That's the first thing that came from my mind because I was like, I was so calm, I'm like before I even knew who was involved, like people I knew, I was like, that's a small accident, everybody should be safe. Like little, that day I was on my WhatsApp, celebrating because, I got a full scholarship to university, so I was like, just like, saying, I was so blessed, and after I get a call, that Nathan is in an accident, or I was still in like a state of like, I just, I was shocked because it was like a severe accident, and I was like, I didn't understand the severity of the accidents at that time. So it was later when my mother, etc., called me telling me you can have to go into surgery. I was like, they're trying to get me stable. I'm like, this all like, what are you really saying? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't like tear and like, I started to have like an emotional breakdown because I was not home, I was in training all the time, and I was just like I was in a state of denial and shock. But as a Christian, I was still trying to keep my faith up. Like I was praying, quoting scripture, etc. Really praying. And I was really praying. I was a job to that day, so I was like, I was occupied with the job. I'm keeping the faith, I'm keeping the hope, etc. But like my mother called me, I was like, take a deep breath, and I'm like, my mother trying to do something, take a deep breath. I was like, this is going to be very hard, because Nathan might not make it through the night, but me being the person I am, I still had hope, because you have to have hope. You have to have stupid faith sometimes. I was still having hope, and I woke up on Sunday morning, when I got the news, I just cried for the entire day. I cried for the entire Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I cry every day so far. Yes, this is the hardest, most difficult thing that I have ever gone through in my entire existence. I will be very honest. Hardest thing ever. Yeah, that is. I thought that after my father's death, nothing would affect me, but like, Nathan, I don't even know how to describe the emotional pain and the torment that I'm feeling, but I believe that God is near to the brokenhearted, so I will get better, and every day above ground is a blessing.
Okay, a couple months ago, Nathan told me we were talking about graduation because we had a karaoke night. At the same time, we were talking about graduation, and we were talking about just like my graduation, and you will be there and take us on to pictures. And then when I got the news in the morning that Nathan was in an accident, I was like, what? Not Nathan, somebody else. Not Nathan. So we went to the hospital, my family and I went to the hospital, and we were just waiting for some news that like Nathan is awake and he's doing okay. So we stayed like the whole night went to like out of surgery, we waited, we prayed. I was hoping, boy, I hope Nathan wake up and he say, what boy, what are happening to me there, man? And when the person he is, I was like, yeah, Nathan's strong enough, he will wake up. And I was like when I heard the news that the same night that Nathan like not doing as we expected, and that like we have to be strong and like to go and see him, I was like, Lord, please make this miracle happen. Please, please. I was praying, I was like, please, all I asking from you. And then the next morning I had Nathan dead. That like it broke me. I started to cry, that broke me so much. I was like, God, why Nathan? Why Nathan? But I was like, as I said before, everything happened for a reason, and God is the only person that knows why he did what he did. And I will still trust in him, and I will remain strong. Yes.
I was my own with song. It was a message from Nathan say he was in an accident, so I was thinking like Nathan okay. So then when I watch the accident, people say me talk about the guy, and that just make me emotional there. And I just come out by the accident and went to the hospital, but those boys was making it fast, and then when I finally go to the hospital, I see people there, I get nervous, I get anxiety, I get all kinds of emotions one time. But I was okay, he was okay. They didn't have me, he was unconscious, and they tried to still write him. Then this Sunday morning, Saturday nights, that was when I think they said that he was breathing, and then I started, I started crying, and yes, I hope that a good wake up, but it couldn't wake up. I don't know, I still feel like I'm not real. I'm feeling like they can't home safely or something,
with time, as I said, it will get better. I was supposed to go to the party. I was like, but no, I had just like a little pop. I was trying to stay up there and see the check. So I stayed him last night, sleep until like 12, like a real lazy stuff. And then I get a call after like 7 in the morning. She was like, Chrissy, you know, my family was in an accident and stuff like that. So she came in, what? Real yeah, just wake up. And so then they were like, Chrissy, my family was in an accident and stuff like that. So I checked like where? Like what happened? And I was like, Stephanie, like what happened? So they sent me a picture of the vehicle. I didn't see the video yet. And then they was like, oh, like, he's still alive and everything. Like, was everything like, you know? So I checked like, you know, I don't make it like a real bother me because I wasn't trying unless like that to be really serious. You check? So I checked you know, it's just like an accident, you know. That's my real dog. You check, be strong on me for sure. Like, if it was me, you check, I'm fragile, you know, but not big, big, you check. So I check it like, you know, that's nothing for you. So like, I had gone to tell my mother like once, I was like, I think I was in an accident, and she was already sad. So I checked it like, why you already doubting me, see, you check? So she's like, oh, just pray and think. And I just been like, okay. And, you know, and then, like, the whole day, shaking like, you know, what's going on. And then, like, all the 6 in the night, all these are like, shaking like, okay, let me go with my friend, like, next door. So as I was walking next door, I still connected to my Wi-Fi. So they sent me a one view. Talk about RIP. So I just like feel like I fall and I just get weak and I fall and she's like, it can't never be real. Like, and then tears as I fall, I go inside, I start to cry and she's like, let me go back now. Or I will those really have anxiety because that can never be real. Like, possible. We check, talk about it. So when I reached, I just freaked out and another person was crying, because another person was crying. You see me? Okay. I just cried multiple times, but like all the time. So yeah, and then when I reached, she was like, oh, I'm not dead, you're just unconscious. I was so mad. I was so bad. I get so vexed on WhatsApp, on everything with everybody. And then, you know, and this is Rihanna and she's like, you know, that's true. And then I called police, you know, and she was crying already. You know, like, who's to cry around me because it makes me very sad. And I like to be sad. So she's like, oh, they said, sweet man, I'll make it very nice. And I was shaking like that making no sense because before that I was taking for lunch. We used to go for lunch. And then after he had told me, rain check. I'm only what rain check means, not true. Rain check means another time. Right? So I was shaking like me kind of just go without you go for lunch. Because I don't know what rain check means. That's warm up. That's you check. So, and then after, I think you know what, I couldn't sleep. And then after the next morning, I see somebody from the hospital that work in the hospital say it. So I should not be confirmed now for sure. And then so
we'll be right back.
oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, then how can we say forever? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. I took for granted all the times that I thought would last somehow. I hear the laughter, I taste the tears, but I can't get near you now. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You've got me going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. I wonder how we can survive this romance. But in the end, if I'm with you, I'll take the chance. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You've got me going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Waiting for you.
I always see you. Don't know. I always see you there, how are you?
Welcome back, everybody. Tonight again we are looking at Nathan's life, his legacy, his memory, whatever you want to call it. And again we have friends, family, loved ones. I think everyone in here is that. And thanks for all those who are watching and of course showing their solidarity one way or the other. You know, the things that people do tend to show the places they want to go. Obviously, if you want to have a career, his heart was in business and in basketball and, you know, in finding some way to help other people. So, for the sake of the listening audience, because sadly Nathan cannot make any further steps to get to where he wanted to go. I knew that he was such a long way from where exactly he had to go in his life, and Thankfully, he's in a place where he needs not worry about those things anymore. But as we are humans, we tend to think. So I want to ask them here in the audience, what was Nathan's aspiration in life? If you would know, what is it that was his dream, if he ever shared that with you? What is it that he wanted people to know that he wanted to go out and do in this world?
One thing I'd say is obviously he wanted to play like basketball professionally, like in the top France. Yeah, that's one thing I'd say about it. Well, another thing, actually, we had a love for accounts at the corner, so he wanted to pursue, like, further his degree in that area as well. But as I said, yeah, this boy wanted to be in the NBA, so he was breathing and breathing on basketball every day. Yep. So that is one thing. Well, that is like the most important thing, that he was really into basketball.
And it's so true because, as I said, Nathan was always one that you would see on the basketball court. He wanted to do that. He was enthusiastic about his basketball. I remember he'd come in the morning saying, "What boy did I stay up and watch for?" You know, he was enthusiastic about winning and all of that. You know, even from the house games, you know, to see how enthusiastic he was playing for Justin Francis. And then when he started playing for the college, he started playing for, you know, the teams in the league. You know, Nathan always had that zeal. When he did something, he wanted to do it at his best. He wanted to give his 100% to do it, and for sure that was nothing different. So his dream being to go into the NBA. Sadly, we did not see him. I mean, we all wanted to have been watching on the TV, you know, close to midnight, seeing Nathan playing, you know, and Nathan scoring, and, you know, hearing his name called. And sadly, we can only dream of that and actually see it become a reality. But I know for a fact that he did take the steps in the right direction. And this is just a reminder to our viewers that if you want to achieve in life, then you have to start making steps in the right direction. You need to choose the friends that you roll with, wink. Choose the friends that you roll with carefully. Choose the people that you associate with, right? Many times we tend to say that you cannot choose your family because you're born into a family. But that's not entirely true. Because essentially you have that biological family, but your family becomes who's closest and dearest to you. So you need to choose people that are going to help you, and of course, everyone who was supportive of his dreams, everyone wanted to see him dream and grow and develop into that person that he was. And you need to choose what is best for you. Make the steps to count. Make the roads that you need to take, but take proper roads. Don't take shortcuts to success. Because it's hard, gaps are taking work, and even though he was 19 and ended up in the NBA, we can all say that that's where we knew he was going, because that is what he put into it. So just to remind you to continue. Sometimes it'll be slow, sometimes it might seem boring, sometimes you might be tempted. Boy, look, I'm not getting money. Boy, look, I'm in college, I'm broke. Let me go out and do whatever. Please. Many of our young people tend to take that easy road out. Well, not easy road, but that's how they see it. Right, another time, right? But I think one thing Nathan Life would tell you is that hard work does pay off, and eventually it will pay off. And that people remember you for what you did, not what you think you're going to do, but for what you did. And for sure, we can all say that Nathan would have, because we knew exactly what he was doing. We have a few more people sending in videos and pictures, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. Remember, the donation link is still live if you would like to send a donation to the family. I see there's a shout out there on the chat for you guys. They said, hi Cox Street children, we love you guys.
Hi. Honorary Cox Street boy left.
Yeah, what did you say?
He's the honorary Cox Street boy.
At this point.
As he should be.
You know what I mean? Cox Street.
Don't worry, I'll get there eventually. Okay. Alright, guys. Okay, so we've spoken a lot about Nate and what we obviously remember him for. Now lately we've seen so many people sharing love, to the family, to his friends. So many people, reaching out. Some people we didn't even know existed before. And who knows? Some of them probably knew about it, but they waited for an excuse to talk to some of us. Who knows? Anyway, the point of it is that there's an outpouring of love to the family and the friends, of course, as he died, knowing that Nathan is, of course, gone among from us. So how does it feel to know that Nathan was loved by so many people, right? So many people we didn't even knew about Nathan, right? And so many times you might probably wonder, okay, sometimes you feel as if, you have your family, have your friends, and nobody else pays attention to you. But, certainly we hear how many people talking about Nathan, in different ways. So how does it feel to know that he was loved and he was appreciated by all these people, and to know that care that he's showing up? So how does it make you all feel?
Well, it makes me feel happy, It makes me, and I feel like it makes all of us inside here very happy and proud that Nathan was well loved by so many, as you said, people I didn't even know existed. Like I told you, I probably get over 700 messages telling me, go strong, accept my sympathy. It was insane the amount of people that he knew. Anyone wants to add anything?
Yeah, I can add. Yeah, it was, and I like to see the fact that so much people came out for the kind of team, to show support of Nathan. I didn't know he had so many people, and he had such an impact on so many people were crying and emotional, and shaking, wow, such a nice turnout, so much support. Everybody was Nathan. So he was so nice to everybody. Literally somebody that called me, somebody was that boy, they barely know it. They were that boy is so humble and he's so nice to everybody. And they never hear nothing bad about him. He's the type of person so that's why it's so strange to me, because he's just the type of person that once he come around, it's just they don't have nobody I know that can say good vibes on the check. They don't have nobody that can say, oh my God, I don't like Nathan, he's so you check. It's just good vibes all around from everybody he meets. So yeah. I would say the same thing to I would say not the other day. I was sitting down and I see that I don't know nobody even had a problem with or had beef with or anything like that. Because he was just a cool person. Once you're around him, you have to smile. Once you see you having a party or anything, it's famous thing to say, shut up, love. And he's shut up, love. So he was just that type of person. And I was happy to see that everybody had come
all of them was laughing, so Nathan was known as a boy with a big smile, maybe straight teeth. Peter? Yeah. So he was always smiling.
Well, as I've said, always smiling, and somebody even made that comment, like somebody that didn't even know me. One of my friends from college was like, you know, they watching my stuff, and it was like, every single status you post, that boy was just always smiling, and the person was like, I don't even know him, but I could see he was a happy person, and I'm like, yeah, he was. Anything to add? KK? None? Okay.
Okay, this question goes to Rihanna actually. I think I'm going very soft on Ricky tonight. Okay, so by all regards, Nathan was your bestie. So, knowing that you were that close to him, knowing that he was your literal rider, well, I think that's a very inappropriate one to use for tonight, but knowing that he was your day one, how does it feel now? That he's no longer here with you. How have you, okay, rather, let's pause. How have you come to the realization, because we all here know how things were back then, but how did you come to the realization that your bestie was gone, really?
To be honest, I still like come to that. I still will come to that point where you're like, I feel like he's gone. Yeah, I still come to that part. It's like I just really don't have a place I can go and see, like I cannot remember anything because everywhere we used to go together. Once he there, most likely I will not be there. So it's not one place I can say I can go and I will not remember anything. So it's like it's hard like this, and I still haven't come to terms with it. I don't know if there's anything I can feel your coping, but I still haven't come to terms.
Understood. I mean, it's okay, we take some time as well. When you say, knowing that you maybe knew Nathan in all ways. Okay. Knowing that you knew Nathan in all ways humanly possible. Literally. As your brother, as a student, as a friend, you as a neighbor, you could even say you should only see a child, because the amount of love only say I had for Nathan there. The amount of love. How has it affected you? Now, if you do not know that Onisia was, where were you?
I was in school. I was overseas, and it just that affected me bad. And like just the first, I don't know what to say. Like I booked a ticket so fast to come Dominica because I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I really and truly couldn't do it in Trinidad because if I didn't come down, I probably would have still been in denial because, you know, even my brother, my god-brother, my cousin, my student, my neighbor, my friend, everything, like, that's one of the closest people to me. Just before I left to go back to Trinidad, my iPhone charger stopped working. I go by Nathan, Nathan give me his charger and go get off his charger, and Nathan doesn't go anywhere without that charger. And Nathan gave me the charger like for the inside, and it has to show you like, you know, how much, like, how the bond was, like, it, like, I was like, nobody kind of describe our bond, only us. Even when I was teaching him, although like, when I was teaching him, we fell out 1-2 times because I was telling him, Nathan, like, sometimes people me and you relate to you in school. No, because I don't want nobody to go and say, you know, favorite, exactly, you understand, favoritism, preference, you know, all those kind of things. So like, honestly, I still go hard on Nathan because nobody not going and say, oh, it's because it's her family, you know, she became better than the other students. So like, me and him fell out sometimes during the school year. I'm not going to lie, but you know, it was all love and love and love. I couldn't say vex with Nathan, like you live an attitude in life so many times, and Nathan is studying like, Nathan, no, next day we good, we're very, very good next day, and that's just, you know, how it all played off. Yes.
Thanks for that. So, me, right? Knowing Nathan was a classmate of mine is what really, really hurt that, right? Because this is someone that you knew, this is someone that you're accustomed of knowing, and you heard, like, I was literally the morning I heard that it said, there's an accident. I was like, okay, there's an accident. So when I got up, I said, okay, let me see what's going on there. And then I'm hearing this say it's a young man that's about my age, and I'm like, wait a while, what's going on here? So when I come to the realization it was Nathan, I'm thinking, can never be Nathan. So I'm on my cell phone, I'm asking somebody else, if you heard about such and such a thing. So the person is telling me, yeah, it's Nathan, I said there was an accident there. Now that Saturday I was supposed to go on a hike. So I had really had no like intention of doing it. I was like, okay, I put my phone down because it was too early in the morning, and as I get ready for my hike. As it would have it, I didn't get on the hike, so my Saturday changed. And then I heard that, okay, it was indeed Nathan and he was sent to the hospital. But because everything changed, I didn't really have, you know, when you set your mind that you want to see somebody and you just don't do that. Like, that's what really gave me guilt to Sunday, because I was thinking, okay, well, I gotta go and see Nathan later, you know? And then really there's no later, like, I mean, sometimes we're being so casual about time that, oh, we can do things later. We can always put that off, you know, and then when we wake up, or when time passes, we realize that really and truly we have no control over time or anything like that. And even for something as basic as that or simple as that, it applies to our life. Sometimes we put things off that we can do today for tomorrow, and then we realize that tomorrow just doesn't come for us, you know. And we can see Nathan was a very busy person, right? Busy about what he did. Now somebody could tell you, okay, perhaps he could have eased up a bit on some things he was doing. But we could see that Nathan was a very enterprising young man, that he wanted to make use of the time that he had on himself, whether spending the time with his family or the time, you know, for him personally to develop as a person. And that was exactly what Nathan wanted. And I'm sure that's what we all should take, that life is so brittle, time is such a funny thing, we should make use of the time that we did have. And we just have a few minutes left in our program, but we do have somebody who is calling into our program, so let's hear and see what's going on. 1 second. Hello? 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 Oh. Two more questions for us here before we do go. Okay, I'm getting a call now, so I'm just patch it in now.
Hello?
Hi, good night.
You can hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. My internet wasn't too good.
Alright. So good night, Michael. Yes.
Good night, Anna now.
Alright, so we all know that you were very, very close with Nathan. So basically, we want you to say anything that comes to your mind that's the interaction that you've had with him.
Well, we had a lot of interactions, a lot of memories, a lot of good memories with me, Nathan, and Leps. If I have to give some of these stories, we'll go on forever. Just a few, we often, me and him used to laugh with each other about our dimples, you know. I don't know if you know,
Yeah.
About I used to take a kicks, about I have the real one and he has the made one. But I don't know now, I just try and stay strong day by day. I still don't even know if I can really cope with really losing Nathan. But but you just have to try and be strong. We have to achieve what we have to achieve. We have to achieve what he couldn't get the opportunity to achieve on his behalf and keep his name alive. Not easy, I don't know, because me and Leps and everybody, everything was me and him, and we made so many plans for the future as we go forward. Plenty events, plenty things to do. So, without him, I don't know if it's going to be the same. Every time I try to not think about it, I always end up thinking about it because it's something that's not easy to not think about, because at one point it was a certain time, maybe every day, anything I do, I'd be like, boy, Nathan, boy, you don't know what that girl tell me, this and that. And all of us would be taking kicks, laughing, sometimes asking him for certain advice on certain situations. So it's like, just the other day, it's like, for the whole day, every time I talk to Lep Smith and I was calling him. So I don't know. So I know he's watching over us. So as we go forward, we just have to try and be strong, even though it's not easy to be strong. But Nathan was just a good guy, and his name will live on forever, and his legacy and what he stood for.
Yeah, that's so true. Thanks, Micah. Before you go, let me just ask the next question I'm about to ask them, right? If you could see Nathan now, what is it that you'd want to say to him? And what do you think he would tell you if you had one last moment together?
One last moment? Boy, I don't know, I just... One last moment, I really don't know. If I would just thank him for all the good memories and wish he could be there with us again, if we could bring him back.
Alright,
Yeah,
Micah.
actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, not a problem.
Alright.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, same to you. So, yeah. So, we started for Caleb's. So, same question goes to you. If you could see Nathan now, what is one thing that you would say to him? And what is something you wish something you know that he would say to you?
Well, if I could see Nathan one more time, I would tell him, I wish we had more time together, and I wish we could have many, many more years together. And I feel he would tell me things happen for a reason, and to the worry, everything will be okay. Yes.
If I could see Nathan one last time, bro, honestly, I would just give him a hug and tell him I love you, because I did. And one thing, he knew that I loved him, but I would just tell it to him one last time. Just tell him,
Because, yes.
I will also tell you thank you because if you never made me have a better life, you know. If it doesn't only fun, I'll be shy. And shy, you know what? I'll be an introvert. And yeah, I'll tell you thank you. But
one thing I'll tell him, I'll ask him if he could. And like, if you have QAC and like, if you tell me, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me yes, like I feel I'll be a happier life. So I'll ask him if he could, if he's safe, and yeah.
If I see you now, like, you know, right now, I say, Sherlock Holmes. Introduce me to new people that I have, like, very good bond with, like, lips. Introduce me to lips, and we have lips like that. Yeah. So, you know, I say if you're happy and if you're good and whatnot. And thank you for making such like a big impact on my life, which you did. You know, so that's it.
Well, if I could see him, I'd tell him I'd want more time. And I will tell him I'm sorry because if any reason it is, Nathan was always a person that if you came to him, he would speak to you. He wasn't someone that would just ignore you. He was someone that was always willing, you know, to have a conversation. And I'd tell him I'm sorry because, again, sometimes we get so caught up with what we do and life, how life moves around, and you forget about the people that you cross paths with. And I feel that maybe after 2020 I wasn't the friend I should have been to Nathan, because I know Nathan for long enough to be able to talk to Nathan about plenty of things, and you know, I saw Nathan every day in my face, and it just never was like that. So, you know, I mean, episode remember the times we had break time, you know, at college, and they just start talking nonsense around the place. And I feel bad thinking about it because I would be going after them something like that. And Nathan would be right on his side there, man. And, you know, we would be having them same jokes like that, you know. So it's things like that that tell you to do things differently and for you to think about it. Because when you think about the way that people relate to you and the way you react to people's life, right? And even if it's nothing personal, you tend to think you could have done something different. You could have something better, right? Because it's in moments like these I help remember. And especially as someone as well that has lost family, has lost people close to me, has lost my own brother. I mean, knowing Nathan, right? Like some things you can't control, but knowing things that you could have done differently, it does help you to actually change your mindset about those things. And it doesn't make it easier, but it doesn't make it harder. And at least one way it makes it harder is that you'll not repeat the same mistake with someone else, because you never know, you know, as we say, when someone is going to, of course, have to depart from the earth. So for you all in here, my final question tonight is, we all know how we're going to remember Nathan, and not just through our memories, not just through our love for each other, but not even just through going to the funeral or anything like that, but we all know how we're going to remember him in the one way or the other. But for those listening and watching us right now, how would you want them to remember Nathan? What could they do in their own way to remember Nathan and his life? Or what would Nathan want them to do for his memory to be preserved for as long as it can be?
I think Nathan would have won this name of basketball team after him, or if we could do like a yearly basketball Nathan always down to drink. He doesn't have alcohol, he just always down to drink. He always has to drink, that was different. So he wanted to drink on his own and stuff like that. And shut up every couple of weeks and all. You check? Yeah.
I agree with what Chrissy said. If you want to be remembered as a smile, something that brings a smile to your face. And yeah.
I think Nathan wants us to lean on each other. I realize that a lot of us, after the funeral and thing, we go back in our own worlds. But even after the funeral, a lot of us still going to be sad. So I feel like Nathan would want us to be each other's strength and really as we say Nathan brought a lot of us together, etc. Let us keep that togetherness. Let us not forget that. Let us keep what we have started. Let us keep it together. Let us be together for Nathan.
As Olivia said, I think he'll want us to remember him but still continue with our lives and to do what we I don't know how to put it into words, but to stay positive and always be there for each other. And I also feel you want a mirror in places they love, so let's say a mirror in the basketball court, on the walls of the basketball place. They should put a painting of him or something in his school or places he really love. Even Cock Street, we can put a picture or something of him. I think he will really appreciate it. Yes.
Me too. I like what everybody said. Yes.
But I agree with all the ideas. I understand why we say the drinker, but still, let's remember we have young audience on there, so let's not talk about that. But the ideas are really good, and I hope the people listening are people that can make these things happen, and that we collectively can push for it to happen. But Onisia said something very important, right? Onisia said something very important, right? Said something very important, and it's something I tell Ricky every day, right? We all do go to our own zone, our own places, right? She has to go back to school. Leps has to go on his life, his adulthood. Anyway, brother, it's our struggle for now. Rihanna as well have to go to school, try and get over that internally. Chrissy as well have to go back to work. So each and every one of us is going back to the normal sense, and maybe within a couple of weeks at best, our mind's going to be over. I'm still going to think about Nathan, but our mind's going to be overloaded with all the things that we left for the past couple of days, was just there for a couple of days. And we would hate for us to come to another place, another realization that, we have again broken it so home at this point. But the people that probably we not close to anymore, maybe the people that we have, broken relationships with. He want us to.
I just want to interject. I have no one on the heart. I dislike no one. Because it is emotional labor and I don't work for free.
No, we're not talking about hate, we're just talking about people that maybe we're not having the relationships we should have with them. Because it's important that we reach out to them, because Nathan is all about family, right? All about community, right? And there are people among us that sometimes we need to at least, talk to them or something, so it's things like that really go a long way. And he would want us definitely to continue that impact on the community, no matter what we did, where we go, that's what we can do. And so when we do go back to the life we used to know before, let's never forget that's what he would want from us as well. And then, of course, the reason that actions do speak louder than words. The reason that actions do speak louder than words and memories is that we should continue to uphold the standards, as Lep said, that Nathan had in his life. You know, to live the way that he lived, because he lived as an example, right? We're not telling anybody to go and do something wrong, and Nathan wasn't that kind of person. But we want them to at least take a leaf from Nathan's book and live a life, even if they can, live a better life than he did. You know, so it's all things like that, you know, those lessons we can take, you know, from our friends and so on and so forth. So any closing statements from you guys? Anything you'd like to say to round off?
Well, as I said earlier on, let's not forget the journey after the funeral. Let's try to keep close, let's try to stay connected, ask each other how we're doing, because this is a very difficult situation, honestly. Talk to his parents, message them. Even if you're feeling like you might be annoying me or annoying Rihanna, you should have attitude. You know, message us still, because you know, all of us like to know that people care about us. So like, you know, just let us keep each other together. Anyone have anything to say?
I feel that we should appreciate those we have today and show them the love always, every day. And life is too short to our grudges. And to appreciate those we have here before it's too late. Yes.
Very true. One thing I'd like to add, I'd like to see like how it's important to make memories and take pictures and have them things you can look back at, because when you listen to it, you can have something like you can watch and smile at. So I feel like we should, you know, snap a picture one, two times. Yeah.
Exactly what Rihanna said. You see, that's why I love pictures and videos ever since I go somewhere. I have to take a video of Rihanna, a picture, I have to put it on their face, you know, I have to get the emotions, I have to get what outfit they was wearing. I have to get like exactly what they was doing, especially if it's nonsense, you can ask lips.
God.
So, exactly that. Like, to always take pictures and videos, because that's all I have right now. And voice notes and WhatsApp chats, you know? So, that's about it.
Alright. Well, as they say, that is that. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight. Rikela, Onicia, Leps, Chrissy, and Rihanna, who just disappeared for some weird reason. Anyway, so again, thank you for joining us on the premiere. It's a very funny episode because we changed exactly what we were going to do today, but anyway, what has to happen, and we know it was important that we got this out as we continue to remember Nathan's passing. Please be guided that the funeral service is on Wednesday at 2 o'clock at the PPFC, that is in Goodwill. So those of you that can attend, please make an effort to do so. Those of you that can't attend, I think you should be able to watch it some way. And if you are interested in supporting him in solidarity with the shirts, then Rihanna is you.
Let us stop taking more orders.
Yes, it's me, but we cannot stop taking more orders after 4 o'clock today. But Yeah, you couldn't know that better. You can't do the way you think or you know. Oh, sorry. Feel pain, not sponsored, not sponsored, sorry.
Lord. Okay. Alright. Well, in that sense, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'd like to say a special thank you to our sponsor before we go. We'd like to thank Mr. Lindsay George of CTV for sponsoring us some of the equipment for tonight. And we'd also like to thank the SMA and Mr. Bud Paul for allowing us to use this room. So please, no matter where you are, we ask that you enjoy safe. And of course, this is just a very Christian-like program. We'd like to end with a word of prayer. So please, wherever you are, please stop what you're doing and give us a reference.
Okay. Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to thank you for life, health, and strength, Lord. We want to thank you for many blessings, Lord. We want to thank you that we are alive because every day above ground is a blessing from you, Lord. Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to thank you that we are strong in mind, body, and spirit, God. And you are close to the brokenhearted, God. You are close. In Romans 8:18, you say that the sorrow that we feel today is not worth comparing with the joy that we will get tomorrow. You also said that those who reap in tears will sow in joy. And Heavenly Father, God, we ask that all of us tonight here, with all the pain we are going through, that something amazing will happen to us in our lives, God. Something amazing is going to come from this very painful situation that we are dealing with, God. We ask that you guide us, guide our steps, God. Go before us every day of our lives, God. We ask that you enlarge our territories, God. We ask that you give us long lives. We ask that you give us a positive life, God. I ask that all of my friends and the viewers that are watching the show will have a personal relationship with you and can accept you in our life. Heavenly Father, as we listen back to that our various song, God, we ask that you go before us, God. We ask that your blood covers us. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. And dear God, we ask you that you please continue to bless the family, God. Continue to keep them together, God.